Cheryl Deers over there. Cheryl, how are you?
First of all, I just want to thank everyone for joining us on this special day. Today we are celebrating our 33rd anniversary with the grand opening of our new facility, the new home of K103. There have been many obstacles we have had to overcome to get to this point, but we made it. We certainly did not do it alone, and on behalf of K103, I would like to thank everyone who's contributed to this project in any way. There's too many names to mention. The facility will allow us to keep serving our community, and this day marks the first step in moving forward for hopefully at least another 33 years. And welcome to K103.
That was station manager Cheryl Deer, who's outside and part of the opening ceremonies.
Well, it took us a few years to get this going, and we went through a lot of ups and downs and hoops and stuff. But by pulling our efforts together and our resources, it's very, very. I'm happy to say that we were able to produce such a beautiful building. With the input of the MCK, K103, as well as Dewaduni Zakta. We were able to access some funding from the Aboriginal Initiative Fund and to make this a reality. I'd like to actually acknowledge Joe Delarone, who, came up with this, came sit in my office and said, this fund is available. We must be able to do something. And, he brought myself in to work with the board at the time, and we were able to come up with a proposal, and from there it just kept going. So, it's something that the community deserves. It's a new home for K103, which I believe is well overdue. It's a relief on my part because I don't have to worry about them falling through the floor into the laps of the language program. So I'm just very, very happy to have been part of this and to see a success moving forward.
Thank you. That is Alana Goodleaf-Rice, Executive Director of the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake. I got a delay in my ear. I'm going to take that right off. Let's go to the Grand Chief of the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake, Mike DeLille.
Oh, Gene, thank you. Welcome, everyone. A lot has been said. I'm not going to repeat those words. The partnerships that it took to get here was, I'll say, not only monumental, but groundbreaking in terms of Kahnawake partnerships and people coming together from different institutions. And we have a beautiful building to show for it. I think the people that don't get forgotten but don't get mentioned often enough are the people behind the scenes, the soldiers, if you will, of K103 and of the Language Center as well, the board of directors, everyone who contributes to the management style and I think character of K103 on behalf of the community of Kahnawake. So he's very proud of his contribution, and we're going to enjoy this again for, I'm sure, more than 33 years in the future, not only for K103, but again for the Language Center. So now I'm going to all the partnerships, and we're going to enjoy it from today forward.
Grand Chief Mike DeLille Jr. We'll move over to the Board of Directors and the Chairman of the Board, we like to call him, Darryl LeClaire.
Thanks, Gene. I'd like to thank Joe McGregor for the kind words he said. In addition, on behalf of the K103 Board of Directors, I'd also like to thank certain individuals and organizations that helped make today possible. The current and past board members who have worked diligently to make this happen, as well as the original crew for getting the station up and running, particularly Conway Jocks and Jim Hum, as well as the core group of volunteers. The MCK for their assistance and partnership in this project. Dewaduni Zakta for their partnership and vision. Their participation was a key ingredient in allowing this to move forward. I could not mention the current staff for their patience, particularly Cheryl Deer, who has been a knight in shining armor for many of us. The team who actually built the facility, Gene Daibo and Joel Delarone on behalf of the then Board of Directors who put the proposal together and presented it to the various funding agency. As well, I would like to thank the various community members, those of you that are here today, those of you listening on the radio, and who have supported us in many capacities over the years for being there for us and helping make today possible. In closing, I'd like to acknowledge and congratulate MCK's Language and Cultural Program, who will be sharing this new building with us. Thank you. Nyama.
That's Darryl LeClaire, Chairman of the Board of Directors of K103. 3, 2, 1. And it's cut.
Unbelievable.